So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a text layer with the 3D effect that we used in the last tutorial, where we just created a single row of pixels to create a 3D effect. For this I'm going to start with a new file. So go ahead and click File, New. And I'm going to use US Paper Landscape. This is a custom size that I had set up earlier. So I'll use US Paper Landscape, which is 11 inches wide by 8.5 inches high. And when I get my new layer, I'm going to switch over to the text tool, change my font size. I'll just use this 131.72, and I'll type in my name. And I'm going to type this in all caps so that I get a straighter edge along the bottom. You'll see that the G is slightly underneath the line, but I'm going to let that go. And you'll see later how that makes a difference. Now that I have this text layer, I'm going to go out to Google, copy an image. I already had an image loaded. And I'll come back into Photoshop and paste it. This creates a new layer, and I'm just going to go ahead and press Control T to transform the layer. I'll hold Shift while I do that. That'll constrain the proportions. That means it's just going to change the height and width at the same ratio. And when I'm satisfied with that, I'll press Enter to apply those changes. And then I'll come over to the image layer, which is layer 1 for me. Right click on it and choose Create Clipping Mask. And when I do that, you'll see this effect applied to my text. Now if there's something I don't like about it, I can move my text around and you'll see that it shows different parts of the image. Or I could move the image around and leave the text where it is. I'm going to go ahead and leave it how it is now. To create the effect that I want, there are a couple of things that I have to do. Selecting the single row marquee no longer works because I have two layers here, and I want the shape of the letters to be in the shadow. You could see that on this layer. You can kind of see the shape of the letters. They're drawn out, of course, and they're not perfect, but it's better than having just a single row marquee. So what I'm going to do is select both of these layers by pressing Control and clicking the layers, and then I will go to my menu, Layer, Layer, and at the bottom, or near the bottom I should say, Merge Layers. You can also use Control E, the keyboard shortcut. And now that that is one layer, the background picture and the text, all one layer, I'm going to go ahead and right click on this layer and duplicate it. I'll click OK to accept that. After I've duplicated it, I will go to the Edit menu and Transform and choose Flip Vertical. That's going to flip that layer upside down. And then I'll just move it. I can hold Shift on my keyboard to make sure that I don't move it side to side in any way. But I can move it straight down, holding the Shift key, and then I'll let go of the mouse. Now it's not perfect. You see that G is aligned and touching, but none of the other letters are. So I'm just going to compensate for the G by moving all of the other letters up, everything else up, so that the other letters touch and the G slightly overlaps, and we'll fix that later. So with layer 1 copy selected, this is the upside down layer, I'm going to go back to my Edit menu, choose Transform, and use the Perspective option. We used this in the last video to make the 3D pixel effect. And I'm just going to pull the bottom corner handle in toward the center. With that done, I do need to move this up to get these back into position. And I also have these top corner handles that need to be pulled out. They're not exactly perfect. They're not perfectly aligned. Now a little bit of this will have to be changed after I apply the effect because it will be easier to see when this image clears up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and press Enter. And now you can see how that's cleared up in some ways. It's not perfect. If I pull that down, you can see a little bit of a gap. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it the way it is. It's close enough for now. And then the G overlaps, and I don't like that. So I'm going to just move this layer 1 copy below layer 1. and you'll see that that hides the overlap of the G by putting what used to overlap behind behind, so you can see the text layer more clearly, and then you have the edited 3D layer going into the background. So it provides you with a nice effect. That's how you add a 3D effect to your text layer.